afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live around the world on Facebook, on twitch.tv, on Mixer and on YouTube. While we're getting everything set up, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Runs and Rides YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/FilmMyRun, on Twitter at FilmMyRun, and you can also go to the website, which is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax and watch me do all the hard work. There we are, I think that's on now. There you go. Just need a little bit of fixing. Now I need to fix my other camera as well. Yeah, Poltergeist unplugged the mic. Too right. Where are we up to now? What? 11.4. Right, let me get my other camera working now as well. Making this other camera work will probably stop the microphone working, won't it? 1, 2, yeah, we're working still. Let's see what we can do here. Well, we might... Can't hear you. Yeah, just here, look. There. Unplug that and plug it back in again. See what happens now. See if the microphone goes off again. No. Right, fingers crossed. Okay, here we go. I'm not keen on that werewolf thing next to me. What's that all about? Sandra, you're right, it wouldn't be the same without the technical glitches. At least we're not going uber fast at the moment. Right, camera's back on. Sound is working. I think we're good. Sergio says I'm having fun with the special effects. Yeah. I had a bit of a laugh today doing all this. Turn it all down. Shall I turn it all down a bit? Is that better? Right, I've turned the whole volume down a little bit. Hopefully that's better. Right, what am I supposed to be doing now? 11.7. Okay. No. Karen says that werewolf isn't going to make fun breathing like that. Yeah, he's I think he's a smoker, Karen. He's keeping up at the moment, isn't he? I can't work out whether he's chasing me or whether he's to the side of me. So hello if you're watching on Facebook, hello if you're watching on YouTube. Sorry about the 5 minutes of technical problems. But you know, that's what's going to happen when you spend the entire day putting stupid special effects on your stream. Oh no, Tim's PC is frozen, so he's out of the game. $100 meters left at this pace, just over, and then we go a 200 meter sprint at 15.6 kilometers an hour. So I got there, I got over the technical glitches just in time to make the sprint. There's the orange arch. Okay, here we go. 15.6 for 200 meters. Nearly there. 20 metres. There we are. Down to 10.5. Fiona Newman says, watch that werewolf. Yeah. I need to be a bit careful, don't I? DIY Tech Repairs, hello buddy. How are you? Says I need to run faster, the wolf is on my tail. Chilled out a bit now. And then in 40 metres we've got another little sprint. And here we go with another little sprint now. I should have put a sound effect on that one, shouldn't I? One, two, 1, 2. Yes, I'm still on. Yeah, there's a lot of intervals, Ryan. It's not an easy one. Here we go, back down to 10.5. So, are we saying we've got, yeah, we have got audio on Facebook and YouTube. Good. Okay, where are we up to now? 100 metres, 90 metres, and then we have another sprint. 15.6 again. So short recoveries and short sprints. Maybe I should have changed the music to scary music as well, just for today. Oh, here we go. Get away from those hands. Oh. Dean Hand says happy Halloween. Not able to join us tonight. Right, he did his run this morning. Okay, back down again. Oh, blooming well, you know what? I'm going to get sick of that werewolf by the end. I might have to turn his breathing down. He's a bit loud, isn't he? Meters to go to the next interval. It's supposed to be frightening, Roman. It is Halloween. It's this one I don't like, with them werewolves chasing me from behind. So if you are watching YouTube and If you want to say hi, please do. Oh, here we go again. And also, ask any questions if you've never seen Zwift before and you're wondering what's going on. Please ask away. Right now I'm being grabbed at by zombies. I should use this all the time to motivate me, shouldn't I? Okay, 10.5 again. And I think we've got a couple of recoveries now. Yes, Dean, definitely join Zwift Runners Facebook page. Get lots of information there. And anyone who's watching this who isn't on Zwift Runners Facebook page, definitely a place to go for the latest news about what's happening on Zwift in the world of running. If you're into cycling, then you go to Zwift Riders Facebook page. She's quite menacing, isn't she? And now another recovery. So 10.5 again for another 200 metres, and then the main set begins. So those were just recovery, those are just warm-ups, those were. This is now going to be 2 kilometres at 14 point, is it 14.1 I can see there? So not easy at all. 2k at 14. So we need to use this recovery to breathe, relax, bring the heart rate down, get ready to go for the next set. Let me just change over to let me know if you can still hear the sound. Sometimes when I touch the mic it shorts it out again. Daniel York is currently in Group C doing his first Wednesday workout. Well done. In preparation for Paris Marathon, which me and Victoria are doing as well, so we'll see you there. Okay, so now easing into the first main bit of the set. 2 kilometres now at this pace. So it's fairly speedy. It's just a case of trying to relax. Thanks DIY Tech Repairs for letting me know about the sound. Oh, we've got the werewolf back again. At least he's keeping up. Just can't see where I'm going. Roman, no, you can't yet buy the Zwift jersey. I don't think. Anyway, go to the shop. There is a shop. You can see the shop. You go to Zwift.com/run or just Zwift.com. In the shop, you should be able to see whether they sell them or not. I don't think they do. Thanks for the ride on, Dean. Okay, hanging in there. Still over a kilometre to go though, at this pace. Heart rate slowly creeping up. Running right through the middle of the volcano. Starting to feel the heat. One kilometre left now. Victoria, if you're listening, can you come in the kitchen, please? So if you know nothing about Zwift, you want to know how to get started, take a look at this. It's so easy to get set up for Zwift running. All you need are a few things. Firstly, access to a treadmill, either at home or at the gym. It doesn't have to be any particular kind of treadmill. Any treadmill will work with Zwift. Next, you'll need a foot pod, preferably a Bluetooth foot pod, but you can use an Ant Plus foot pod like the old Garmin if you're going to use a Mac or a PC. One of the most popular foot pods to use is the Stride here, but you can use plenty of other different kinds of Bluetooth. Alright, just 400 metres left now at this pace, and then we can have a rest for a bit.
200 metres. Hurting a bit actually. Should be comfortable really, but quite tired. There's the Blue Arch. 100 metres, just over 100 metres. And I can have a rest. Got all my stars so far. Thanks Jembo for the ride on. Oh, I'm glad of this rest. That's quite hard. And we've got 1,600 metres at 14.7, and then we've got 1,200 metres at 15. Oh dear. And I think it only gets faster after that as well. No my run stops yet. That dreaded my run dead stop has not occurred just yet. I've just realised, of course, we're not really running in a group, are we? I seem to be on my own, really. I've got Paul, is it Paul Weirden? 4 seconds ahead of me. Karen Morris is running in Group B. She's ahead. Not Karen. Oh, I forgot the first name. Again, I always do this. Oh, line. Did you not join the workout then? Should be instructions to follow on screen. 1,600 metres coming up. Dane Hall says, hi Stephen, what method do you know of getting your running climb into Zwift and then into Strava? Yeah, the My Run and the what's it called? The Gym Connect are the only devices I know of, other than getting another expensive treadmill. The other way is to get a stride and to broadcast stride the incline to oh, what am I doing now? Oh no, I have had a crash. I'm disconnected. That's no good, is it? Right, hang on, let's try and reconnect. Menu. My run back, hopefully it's there. Come on, my run. No, come on. Oh no. Well, at least I've got out of the This has got a bit difficult, but I can try and reconnect. There we are. Back on. Okay. Go back on. Right, let's get back. There we are. Right, so now we go back up. So when I get a Wi-Fi problem, disconnect treadmill, which is not great. It didn't result in a dead stop though. I haven't had a dead stop, I've just had a disconnection of Wi-Fi. Hi Nick. Thanks for the thumbs up, Nick. Obviously you'll notice we're on Watopia tonight, not New York. Here's the big mountain in the background, and we're just coming up to the Italian village. Oh, now I can see Tim on the screen. He's just under a minute behind me. I slowed down. Less than a kilometre to go. At this pace. But I'm probably not going to get my star. This one. 800 metres to go. It's hurting again now, even though I haven't done the whole thing. Oh, dead stop, there we go. You take that light, open up the package that's arrived in the mail today, and see, please, if the battery works in it. There should be a new battery for it. Right, there's another dead stop. Lane, you need to go on the Stride app and pair it there as Bluetooth maybe, and then pair the Stride as Ant Plus on the Zwift app, and then Bluetooth on the Stride app, and then use the incline on the Stride recorded on the Stride app, and then output that to Strava. It's complicated, I know, but that's the only way I can get around it. So we have had one dead stop, one disconnection from Wi-Fi, one dead stop. Press and hold the middle button. Balance it so it's just pointing behind me. That's it. Thank you. $200 meters to go. Well, I don't deserve my star for this one. $100 metres. I have to say I'm not feeling it today. This is hurting today. Oh. Look at that. So we've got 15 kilometres an hour for 1.2 kilometres. And then we've got 800 metres at 16.2. I don't know if I can hold that. Oh. Hard work. Do subscribe to the Film My Run channel if you can, guys. Thank you. Film My Run on YouTube. Zwift videos and real world running videos.
Jack it up.
There's the orange arch, 200 metres. I hear the werewolf is still on my tail. Thanks, Bev. Well, Bev, we look forward to seeing you join us as soon as you can. You'll get it sorted, but yeah, all of us have tech problems from time to time. It's just the way it goes. And Roman has just ordered a stride. Excellent stuff, Roman. Okay, here we go again. 15 kilometres an hour. That's a big jump, 15 to 16.2, isn't it? So, just over 1 kilometre of this pace. 8 kilometres run now. Yeah, just unplug it and plug it back in again. Got a driver problem with camera 2, I think. 900 metres. Really counting it down now. Right here. 500 to go. 8.5 kilometers. Once round a running track now. It's only keeping me away from the werewolf that keeps them going. "100 metres, and then we can have a rest." You can see by my cadence that I'm tired. Should be below 180 really. Right, I'm going to slow down to below 10. Oh, look at that. Blimey. Really tired. Not sure I'm going to make the 800. Yeah, we'll see. Ryan's not sure either. I'm not sure, mate. Yeah, I don't think I can do that tonight. Not tonight. I'm not up to it tonight. You can see kilometre 9 there already. 174 BPM. So in the red zone, not max yet, not max heart rate, but I think it's more about mental motivation than anything. Really, really struggling tonight. So we'll see how we manage with the 800 metres. I'll try it for a bit. But it does seem like an awfully big jump, 15 kilometres an hour, right up to 16.2. "100 metres. So Ryan says, get that 800 metres solid and then reward myself with some carrot cake. I ate the last slice of carrot cake this morning. Lol Monster says 18 kilometres minimum. All right. Okay. We'll see what we can do. Let's try this 800 first. Okay. trying to bounce. Keeping the cadence long. Trying to deep breathe. Sorry, camera 2's not working. So halfway through. Whoa. Picking up the curtain behind. Thanks for the ride on, Karen. I think it's Karen. Our rate is 180. That's pretty near max. Max heart rate.
It's so easy to get set up for Zwift running. All you need are a few things. Firstly, access to a treadmill, either at home or at the gym. It doesn't have to be any particular kind of treadmill. Any treadmill will work with Zwift. Next, you'll need a foot pod, preferably a Bluetooth foot pod, but you can use an Ant Plus foot pod like the old Garmin if you're going to use a Mac or a PC. One of the most popular foot pods to use is the Stride here, but you can use plenty of other different kinds of Bluetooth foot pod, including the soon-to-be released Zwift Pod. Then all you need to do is download the Zwift app onto any of these devices. So a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, Android phone, Zwift even works on Apple TV. Pair your foot pod in the app, possibly add a heart rate monitor if you want, and that's it. That's all you need to get set up on Zwift running.
All right, last set. 400 metres at 17.2 kilometres an hour. I'll start and see how we go. Thanks for the ride on, Ryan. Roman says, do you know if Zwift plans to go over level 21? Yes, they will, but it won't be for a while yet. Cycling has been at level 25 for about 3 years. So I think running has a little while to wait for new levels. Unless they do a load of new levels at once for everyone. All right, just 400 metres to do at 17.2. 400 metres, we can do this, come on. Last effort. see what we can do. This is not the kind of music you want to do a speed session, is it? $17.3. Yeah, we'll do this. This is all right, actually. Wouldn't want to do 600 or 800. Well, another 150 meters is okay. Oh, blimey. Gotta go down. That wasn't very pleasant. Hi, Adam. You're a bit late to the party, Adam. I'm finished. Well, I'm glad that's over. That was hard work. The last set wasn't quite as hard as I thought it might be, just as it was short. Adam says he's just woken up. Thanks, Ryan. So gradual slow down now. Just recovery. Hope you enjoyed the spooky stream tonight. Zwift always do something a bit special for Halloween. So there I am with my pumpkin head on. Some riders have got skeleton bikes apparently. Although I haven't seen any today. So it's going to be 12.2 kilometers when we finish today. If you want to join Zwift, it's free at the moment. Take a look at this website. Zwift.com/run. Give you all the information you need. Just 400 metres left to go. Easing down now. Although the werewolf seems to be going the same pace. Needs to slow down a bit. Oh, just when we were cooling down, right back into the volcano, where it's boiling hot. Yeah, so I'm only going to get 22 stars out of 23 because of that, the stops that I had early on. Never mind. These are the burdens we have to live. 12 kilometres run. 200 metres to go. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. Thanks for the company, thanks for spurring me on when I was feeling mentally fatigued, not able to do it. I did take it a bit slower in the recoveries, but thankfully I managed all the intervals at the correct speed. Oh right, Ryan tells me there is a glitch with the Halloween bikes. So no one but the rider can see the graphics. Maybe that's true for me as well then. Maybe, is that the same for the runners? Because I haven't, oh maybe I have actually, maybe I have seen other people with stuff on, yes. Tell a lie. Okay, 50 metres. Easy enough. Thanks DIY Tech Repair, see you later. Thanks for joining me. Been another tough Wednesday night at the office. Yep. Oh, I'm done in now. I am done in. Yeah, I found that a lot harder than I was hoping, and then just saved in the last interval because it wasn't quite as hard as I was expecting. Yeah, Ryan says the runners looked fine earlier on. Oh dear. Sorry guys, I'm just a bit pooped after that. If you want to have a look at who ran tonight, and I mean not the results or anything on these Wednesday workouts, but Zwiftpower.com does offer results and it shows you lots of stats. If you go to Zwiftpower.com, you can have a look at different races, see the results of different runs and cycle races, and then click on the names of people in those races and see some stats about those individuals as well. So it's always useful to have a look at that. It's going to take me a while to recover, guys. If you've been watching on Facebook, if you've been watching on YouTube, thank you very much for joining me. Do please come and join me on Monday for Monday Run Club. An easier session Monday. and then we're back again on Wednesday for Wednesday workout. And if you've got nothing to do on a Saturday morning, if you're not doing the real park run, which I always encourage people to go and do the real park run if you can. But John Hancock is there 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning for you. If you can't get out of the house, go and join him for Run in the Park. UK time. There are, of course, runs in your time zone to suit where you live around the world. If you're watching in Asia, in America, in Australia, welcome everybody. And do have a look at the Zwift Companion app. There will be runs to suit your pace and your time zone. Right, let's just end with a little instructional video and I'll say goodbye now. And I'll see you next time for another Zwift run. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Hi Zwifters, welcome along to another episode of How to Run on Zwift. Today we're going to be looking at Zwift online resources. These are the tools, the websites that you can go to help set up your Zwift experience, make your Zwift experience more social and interactive, and also to keep up to date with everything that's going on within the Zwift community. So there's one website which is probably the most popular website on Zwift, one of the websites that you will go to if you take part in a group event. In running, we don't race yet, but in cycling, this is used an awful lot for race results. So you can go to zwiftpower.com. Let's bring up the website now. So when you get to zwiftpower.com, all you need to do is register. You need to put your email address in and create a password so you've got a profile. That will allow you then to see all the results on the main page. Now, we're interested in running, so we click Run here. And you can see in upcoming events, it lists all the events that you are able to join today. These are things that are happening in the future. However, what we use Zwift Power most for are the results. So we click on results, and these are past events that have happened today, yesterday, and you can search way back in time. Results go back for years, literally. If we go to my profile, we can see the results of all the runs that I've been involved in, either the cycling races from way back or more recently the runs that I've been involved with. So here's the latest Monday Run Club. I can click on that and then we'll get the results of all the people who took part in that particular group run. So there's mine. And you can see it took me 51 minutes and 31 seconds. And I had a power of 251 watts, 3.5 watts per kilogram. And that's because I'm using the Stride foot pod, which gives power in running. People who don't use the Stride, look, they're given Z power here, the ZP. So you can see everyone and you can click on their profile. And if they're not private, you can actually see some of their results as well. So there is Steve Way, our elite athlete, and all of his results since he's been running on Zwift. So it's really interesting, really useful tool to see the results of runs, group runs and races that you might have taken part in on Zwift. There are plenty of other resources on Zwift Power, but at the moment they are focused more on cycling. As I said, we don't do races yet on Zwift running, but when we do, Zwift Power will become a much more prominent feature, a much more prominent tool that you will use when running on Zwift. So that's it for Zwift Power. Okay, so next on the list is a website that many people don't know exists, but is actually possibly one of the most useful Zwift resources you can possibly get. Loads of people are really unsure about whether their computer is able to handle Zwift and what kind of power they need in their CPU or their graphics processor to handle the Zwift app. This website will help you determine how good your computer is, how able it is to handle Zwift, and how it compares to other computers and other users that are on Zwift. So let's dive into the Zwift Analyzer, Zwiftalizer.com. So when we arrive at the Zwiftalizer webpage, it's Zwiftalizer, so Zwiftalizer.com. When you arrive there, you get to this page and it's asking you to drop in your log file. So when you log into Zwift and you use the Zwift app, the computer will create a log file of all the data collected during that session on Zwift. That's held in the log file and Zwiftalizer is able to analyze that data. So what it will ask you to do is to drop a log file into or browse to find a log file which you can drop into Zwiftalizer. So here's my log files. So you need to go to, mine is in Documents and then in the folder called Zwift and then in a folder called Logs. You don't want to use the old, well, you can use the old logs. I'm using the most recent one from this particular computer because I run Zwift on various computers. So let's choose this one from the 27th of April 2018 and click Open. So it will now read the file. Might take a minute or so to read that file. Might take forever to read that file.
And once read, you'll be presented with this page. So it starts with loads of data about the event itself. So it took place on the 27th of April, started at 16 minutes past 7 in the evening, and it lasted for about an hour and a quarter. I'm using, or I was at the time using, this game version 1.0.25770. And it tells you what computer I'm using. Windows, an Intel CPU, Core i5 processor with 8 gigabytes of RAM. So this is basically all the information about my particular computer. And then we get down to the details from Zwift. So I'm running in ultra profile at a resolution of 1080p and an average frame rate of 58 frames per second. And again, you can see here that's broken down into a graphic. So my average frame rate is 58 frames per second. I had a maximum frame rate of 96. And then a little further down, it gives you a bit of a breakdown of how your computer managed. So your graphics profile is ultra, which is the highest level. The levels are basic, medium, high, and ultra. And so my graphics card is a fairly decent graphics card and is giving me fairly good performance. A little bit further down, we then get into the devices that you used to connect to Zwift and how well they communicated with your computer. So you can see I'm using Ant Plus devices here. One device is my heart rate monitor and one device is my foot pod. I think the top one is my foot pod and the one down below is my heart rate monitor. And you can see a little further down, this is how many times the computer had to research and repair my devices during the session. And then a little further down, I didn't use any Bluetooth devices. And you can also see network errors as well during that particular session. Really, really useful information for honing your Zwift setup. And then what's awesome is you can then go and click benchmarks at the top here. And that will bring up everyone else's PCs, everyone else who has used and publicly made available their log file for analysis. You can see how your computer compares to other computers. So mine is just down here, the PC i5 with the GeForce GTX 1050 graphics card. And that puts me in this ultra bracket here. But you can get much, much better computers, much faster computers. If we look up here, we go right to the top. So maximum frames per second, 220. An average of 165 frames per second, pin sharp graphics from the i7 processor and the NVIDIA Titan X graphics card. And then right down at the bottom, we can have a look at the lowest performing, very basic. Here we are, look, 576 basic computers. And we see some of the Mac computers. I do love Mac, but they aren't the best at running Zwift. And we can scroll down and there we are, look, we've got a Mac Intel Core i7 processor, but with Intel onboard OpenGL graphics, which is averaging 20 frames a second, but it is still running Zwift. That's the thing. Such low resolution with such low frames per second, it's still managing to run Zwift. So Zwift can be run on an ultra high definition, ultra spec PC, or a very low spec PC. And you can see the main thing that you need to get really to run Zwift is a really good graphics card. So you can have a very fast processor. An i7 processor is a really good processor. Here, there's another PC with an i7 processor. Really good processors, but they only have either onboard graphics or very, very poor graphics cards installed. So that's the kind of information you can get from Zwiftalizer. Zwiftalizer.com. Really valuable tool for analysing your computer's performance on Zwift. Next on the list is a really good resource. It was originally called the Zwift blog. It's now called the Zwift Insider, and it's a real hub for news stories and articles and help articles on Zwift. So let's dive into the Zwift Insider. Zwift Insider is at zwiftinsider.com, and you're presented with this page, and it's basically a news website. Information on Zwift. What's the latest thing that's going on in Zwift? And you can see here the latest news. So we've got John Mayfield, the creator of Zwift, has shared something on Twitter, which is a representation of Watopia as you've never seen it before. That was posted on Twitter the other day. But then we've also got an interesting article on the Stride Foot Pod, all about running with the Stride Foot Pod on Zwift, and a breakdown of the difference between the Stride Live and the Stride main power meter. Lots of resources on getting started with Zwift, tips and tricks, maps of all the courses, equipment that you will need to get started on Zwift. This really is a massive resource of tools, a massive resource of articles on Zwift. I'll leave you to have a good old look around the Zwift Insider, because we could spend forever looking around all the articles that are available on Zwift. Suffice to say, if there's anything you need to know about Zwift, if there's any information that you're lacking, Zwift Insider probably has it somewhere in its vast archive of articles. So that's it for the Zwift Insider. One of these Zwift resources we're going to highlight now is not necessarily one that you would access via the website, but there is a website, and we'll go there now. It's the Zwiftcast. So if you've spent any time with Zwift at all, you may well have come across the Zwiftcast. It's been going almost since Zwift began, run by Simon Schofield, with Nathan Guerra and Shane Miller helping out as well. The Zwiftcast is basically a podcast available about once a month, sometimes more often, where you can get all the information you could possibly want about Zwift in audio and video form. It's available on iTunes, it's also available on Podbeam, and here's the website here, so you can subscribe with Podbeam or iTunes. You can also view it on YouTube, because obviously now it's on video as well. And here on the website are all the previous episodes listed that you can go and choose from to listen to at your leisure. Along with the Zwift Insider, Zwiftcast is probably the most important tool that you will use for finding out the latest information on Zwift, the latest events that are happening, big events that are happening, and the latest technical innovations that are going on in Zwift. It is very cycling orientated at the moment, but they do have the odd running feature here and there, and I know that Shane Miller is working on running features all the time as well. So that's Zwiftcast for you. Go and check out the latest episode now. So talking about Shane Miller on the Zwiftcast, Shane is also a YouTuber, and he makes an awful lot of YouTube videos about Zwift, technical reviews and informational films, tutorials. So let's go and have a little look at his YouTube channel. All you need to do is search for GP Llama on YouTube, and Shane Miller's channel will come up. Shane is primarily a cyclist, but you can see here he has started doing a few running videos. So he's done an initial setup review of the My Run treadmill, which is the one I've got here. He's also reviewed the tread tracker here. So there are one or two running related videos Shane does have online. I'm sure he will be producing some more in the future, as will I. And so let's go and have a little look at some of my videos on my YouTube channel. So my YouTube channel is Film My Run. So if we type Film My Run and click search, I should be at the top. There I am. Not quite as many subscribers as Shane Miller just yet, but we're getting there. We'll click on Film My Run and you'll come to my YouTube channel. And there we are. We click on videos. So I originally set up Film My Run to film my outdoor adventures, marathons, ultras, triathlons. So you'll find an awful lot of in real world running on there. But also, if you are interested in getting set up on Zwift, all my Zwift videos are there. So my live streams now go to the Film My Run YouTube channel. Here we are, the Wednesday workout there. But also there are plenty of tutorial videos on how to get set up. So how to run on Zwift, the Stride Foot Pod, the pairing screen, keyboard shortcuts, heart rate zones, calibrating your foot pod, all manner of Zwift videos on my Film My Run channel. I hope it's a useful resource for you. Now, not all of my live streams are on my own channel. In fact, 2 a week are broadcast on Zwift Community Live. So if we can go to the Zwift Community Live YouTube page, type in Zwift Community Live and it should come at the top. Click on that. And this is your resource for most of the live streaming that you'll get coming out of Zwift. It's mostly cycling videos at the moment, but twice a week we broadcast Monday Run Club on Zwift Community Live, and I broadcast a workout every Friday, most Fridays, on Zwift Community Live as well. If you scroll down here, you can see plenty of other YouTube videos, all live streamed events So if you're into watching live running, live cycling, cycle racing as well, do check out the Zwift Community Live YouTube channel. And there's also Zwift Community Live on Facebook as well. So let's now head over to Facebook and the online tools available in Facebook for Zwift runners. So I've just typed in facebook.com/Zwift Community Live, and we've come to the Zwift Community Live Facebook page. As you can see here, this is another hub for live broadcasting of Zwift events, Zwift group workouts, Zwift running events, and cycle races on Zwift. And while we're on Facebook, we may as well type in facebook.com/GoZwiftRun. This is the Zwift Run page. This is where I broadcast Monday Run Club and the Friday workouts. And there you can see the Monday Run Club being replayed on the Zwift Run page. And you can tell the difference between the Zwift Run page and the normal Zwift page because of the colour scheme. So Zwift is orange, Zwift Run is pink. So another really useful Zwift resource on Facebook is the Zwift Runners Facebook group, set up by us, by Zwift Runners, run for Zwift Runners. There are members of the Zwift staff who look at the page and do interact with us. So if you want to ask a question, or if you want to see what's going on, if you want to just take part in the social activity, the community that is Zwift running, then do go and have a look at the Zwift Runners Facebook page. So you can see here that one of the members of staff at Zwift, Charlie, has posted a link to an event that's happening, which is a run led by a Hooker-sponsored athlete, Craig Lutz. This is a great place to find out initially a lot of that kind of information. You may only find out some information from the Zwift Runners Facebook page. It may not appear anywhere else. So it's a really good place to keep an eye on what's going on. It's also a great place to post your photos and your videos, just like any other Facebook page, really, to keep us all informed about what you're doing on Zwift. Another useful resource for helping you get set up on Zwift is James Gill's Titanium Geek. So let's go and have a look at his website briefly. James has been on Zwift since day one, pretty much, and he has created a Zwift user manual. It's often updated. It started years and years ago. James's user manual is absolutely massive, I have to say. I don't think there's a thing that isn't covered in it. If you have any questions about how to get set up on Zwift or how Zwift works, then James Gill's user manual is certainly a really good resource to have to go to. But that's not all. Although James's website is not primarily Zwift focused, he does also do Zwift gear reviews as well. Again, it's mainly cycling focused. But that may well change as running takes more of a hold on Zwift. And you can see there, James does have a review of the Milestone Footpod. So that's James Gill's Titanium Geek. We can't really do a review of online tools and resources for Zwift without having a very quick look at the Zwift website itself. So let's head on over there now. All you do is type in Zwift.com into a browser and you'll get to this page, but we're interested in running, and you can see the little pink Zwift Run link there. So click on that and you'll get to this page, the Zwift Run page. You can scroll down and you can see here what you need to run on Zwift. So you need a footpod, check my gear, download Zwift. This is obviously the place that you'll use to download the app to your computer, to your PC or Mac, unless you're using iOS. And as you might expect, the Zwift Run website explains everything that you need to know about running on Zwift. And if you log in, you can then go and check your own profile, which will list all of your previous runs on Zwift, all your previous cycle rides on Zwift. So you'll go to your dashboard. You can see your activities, all your recent runs, how far you ran, how long it took you. And you can also your billing, your weight, your height, all those details in the Zwift settings on your dashboard. Obviously, as with any good website, any good app, there is a support section. So click the support section if you've got any questions that you need asking, any technical issues that you have with Zwift. There's a full knowledge base that you can search, a community forum, or you can just email directly one of the tech support team. And that is it for our look at the most valuable online resources for Zwift. If you think I've missed anything out, please do comment in the comment section below. Otherwise, we'll see you for another episode of How to Run on Zwift very soon. Do take care, guys. Bye-bye.